Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ishita Tambat, a computer engineering student from Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, proudly welcomes you all to celebrate 151st birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhiji, father of the nation and one of the most prominent leader of the Indian independence struggle. This day is also known as International Day of Non-Violence. Today, as the modernity sparkling gloss is getting unveiled as a deceptive illusion, it is dawning on us that our lifestyle has made us weaker than ever. We all are aware of the current pandemic situation, which was never thought of, which was very difficult to accept, and is even more difficult to deal with. But as Mahatma Gandhiji, who became a colossus of the freedom movement, has mentioned, strength does not come from physical capacity, it comes from an indomitable willpower. Let us not lose ourselves in this moment of disparity, but come together with much more willpower to change this situation and create a life of happiness and fulfillment. As the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. It has been 73 years since India gained freedom. However, our nation still remembers and cherishes the man who, among others, was responsible for attaining this gleaming freedom. Frequently quoted, Mahatma Gandhiji is remembered for his teachings. The ideals he preached still echo in the minds of the people. Mahatma Gandhiji, who was pioneer of Satyagraha for tooth and nail for India's freedom, he adhered to 6 principles in life: truth, non-violence, vegetarianism, Brahmacari, simplicity, and faith. With current unprecedented times, the Gandhian principles of Swadeshi, Swachhata, and Sarvodaya should be our guidelines. We should lay special emphasis on the use of Khadi raiment and Make in India products. Today, we are going to commemorate Mahatma Gandhiji by presenting a platter of various lyrical presentations, motivating speeches, inspiring melodies, captivating art, and much more. Even though we are apart, we are not alone. We stand united with vehemence to give our contribution towards redeeming humanity, thereby pay homage to Gandhiji, who has said, "Our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and test of our civilization." Various artists from various locations have joined us today to create this tribute, a memorable one. Without any further ado, let us walk through this journey of beautiful compositions. Holding to our ritual, let us have a spiritual start with the well-known bhajan Raghupati Raghav Rajaram, which was widely popularized by Gandhiji. Our musical team members have received many accolades. To present this, we have Abhinav Sinha, who has been learning guitar and slide guitar since the age of 4 under the guidance of his father, and has released 2 singles on YouTube with his own band, The Floating Bottle. Girish Prabhaya, whose forte is tabla. Swapnil Gurav, for whom the beats of Pakhavaj cherishes mind. Saurav Mohile, who has been learning classical music since past 6 years. And Pravina Vivek, who is an excellent violinist. Please welcome them all. was so enriching. Each one of them had a unique quality, didn't they? Next, we are having a short speech, but before that, let me share this quote by Gandhiji. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. This quote is a wake-up call for all of us to think, are we really doing our best or are we settling for mediocrity? Please give it a thought. Let us welcome Vikas Biradar from SEINFT, who is going to share his views on one of the important topics, vocal for local.
जय हिंद दोस्तों, मैं विकास अंगतराव बिरादर आज आपसे बात करने वाला हूं उस अभियान के बारे में जिसकी वजह से आज अमेरिका एक सुपर पावर देश कहलाता है, जिसकी वजह से आज अमेरिका की जीडीपी दुनिया में सबसे आगे है। मैं बात कर रहा हूं वोकल फॉर लोकल के बारे में। दोस्तों, आप जानते हैं कि आज हमारे भारत की जनसंख्या लगभग 135 करोड़ है और वहीं पे यूएसए की पॉपुलेशन सिर्फ 32 करोड़, यानी कि आज अमेरिका की पॉपुलेशन भारत के पॉपुलेशन से लगभग 4 गुना कम है। इसके बावजूद दोस्तों, आज अमेरिका की जीडीपी भारत के जीडीपी से लगभग 7 गुना ज्यादा है। आखिर क्यों? दोस्तों, अगर आप गूगल पे जाकर सर्च करेंगे टॉप 100 ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, तो उसमें से लगभग 60 से 70 ब्रांड आपको अकेले यूएसए के देखने को मिलेंगे। और इन्हीं ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स की वजह से आज अमेरिका एक सुपर पावर देश बन पाया है। इन्हीं ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स की वजह से आज अमेरिका की जीडीपी दुनिया में सबसे स्ट्रांग है। आज आप जितने भी ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स देखते हैं, गूगल हो गया, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट हो गया, अमेजन हो गया, कोका कोला हो गया, आईबीएम हो गया, फेसबुक हो गया, ये सारे ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स अमेरिका के हैं और इन ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स की वजह से आज अमेरिका की जीडीपी स्ट्रांग है। लेकिन एक बात याद रखिए दोस्तों, जब इन ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स माइक्रोसॉफ्ट की शुरुआत हुई थी, अमेजन की शुरुआत हुई थी, कोका कोला की शुरुआत हुई थी अमेरिका में, तब वो एक लोकल ब्रांड थे। आज वो ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स बन पाए हैं क्योंकि जब इनकी शुरुआत हुई थी अमेरिका में, तब अमेरिका के लोगों ने उन ब्रांड्स को यूज किया, उन ब्रांड्स के लिए वो वोकल बने और इसी की वजह से आज अमेरिका का लोकल ब्रांड अमेजन एक ग्लोबल ब्रांड बन चुका है। आज अमेरिका का एक लोकल ब्रांड फेसबुक दुनिया का ग्लोबल ब्रांड बन चुका है और ये सारे ब्रांड्स अमेरिका की जीडीपी बढ़ाने में एक बहुत बड़ा योगदान दे रहे हैं। अगर हम भी अपने देश को सुपर पावर बनाना चाहते हैं, अगर हम भी अपने देश की जीडीपी बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, तो हमें भी अपने लोकल ब्रांड्स को ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स बनाने होंगे और हमारे देश के लोकल ब्रांड तभी ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स बन पाएंगे जब सबसे पहले खुद हम उन्हें इस्तेमाल करेंगे, लोकल ब्रांड्स के लिए वोकल बनेंगे। आजादी से पहले हमारे देश के सबसे बड़े नेता महात्मा गांधी जी ने स्वदेशी अभियान की शुरुआत की थी। इस अभियान के अंतर्गत उन्होंने पूरे देश को संबोधित करते हुए कहा था कि अगर हमें ब्रिटिश सरकार से आजादी चाहिए, इस गुलामी से आजादी चाहिए, तो हमें ब्रिटिश सरकार को कमजोर बनाना पड़ेगा और हम ब्रिटिश सरकार को तभी कमजोर बना पाएंगे जब हम स्वदेशी को अपनाएंगे, विदेशी माल का बहिष्कार करेंगे। हमारे पूर्वजों ने महात्मा गांधी जी को साथ देते हुए विदेशी मालों का बहिष्कार किया, स्वदेशी माल को अपनाया, उसका इस्तेमाल किया और इसी की वजह से ब्रिटिश सरकार कमजोर हो गई, हमारा देश मजबूत हो गया और हमें आजादी मिल पाई। आज फिर से हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री माननीय श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने पूरे देश को आह्वान करते हुए, पूरे देश को संबोधित करते हुए वोकल फॉर लोकल अभियान की शुरुआत की है। आज हमें फिर से विदेशी माल का बहिष्कार करना है, स्वदेशी माल को अपनाना है, लोकल ब्रांड्स को ग्लोबल ब्रांड्स बनाने हैं, तभी हमारा देश एक विकसित देश बन पाएगा, तभी हमारा देश की जीडीपी दुनिया में सबसे आगे होगी। धन्यवाद दोस्तों।
That was really a powerful speech. Now I want to ask you a question. What is art? Art is not what spectators see. It is what the artist makes them see. Our next artist, Shrishti Vaingade from SEINFT, has portrayed a young boy just like us who takes inspiration from Gandhiji and looks up to him as a father and wants to follow his footsteps of non-violent yet determined patriot and wants to make a difference. Let us welcome her. That was really expressive. Next, we have a rhythmical creation of beauty in words, just like in the peace prayer by Gandhiji. I will recite it for you all. I offer you peace, I offer you love, I offer you friendship. I see your beauty, I hear your need, I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from the highest source. I salute that source in you. Let us work together for unity and peace. Getting back to our event, please welcome Anushka Mukherjee from SEETRX, who has been writing poems since her 8th standard.
Hello everybody, it's Anushka here, and I would like to dedicate a few words for our dear father of the nation. Lo and behold, we see a simple man in attire of a real Indian, but with eyes that glow up with knowledge and pride. This is our dearest father, showing the path of freedom and might. With eyes that glow with compassion and love, and a smile that enlightens ahimsa. Using the path of Satyagraha, defeated the British Raj. The great colonialists showing their menacing teeth and menacing fists to the simple man of wise words, O our father. And with his bare hands and ideals of self-reliance, got the English rule aboard. When we lost all our hope, our dearest father brought the light lamp and provided encouraging words to cope. A person who left all their comforts and left all the well-beings for the well-being of Indians and Indian dirt. O now, Father, where are you? Our Father gave us the light of freedom and joy. He made us what we are now. Our Father helped us reach where we are. Let not the unnecessary words let our nation destroy. Thank you.
The message was enunciated clearly. Now, we have our musical team consisting of Likit Kazrorkar, who started learning classical singing at the age of 4 and has learned Basuri under the tutelage of his father. Shubham Soman, who started learning guitar at the age of 11. Saish Khade, who has been playing tabla for past 12 years. Saurav Mohile, who will be playing synth this time. And for vocals, we have Gauri Patwardhan, who is Visharad in Hindustani classical music and has been titled as Sangeet Ratna, along with Anirban Datta, who is All India radio artist and was in top 15 contestants in Mood Indigo 2019 organized by IIT Bombay, which is Asia's largest cultural college festival. They will be presenting the song Allah Tero Naam, Ishwar Tero Naam, Sabko Sanmati De Bhagwan. Please welcome them.
ये देश है मेरी मान, ये देश है मेरी जान, इस देश को सलाम, इस माँ को सबको सम्मति दे भगवान, सबको सम्मति दे भगवान।
There are so many ways to express our message: poem, art, music, and much more. A virtuous person does all good things without being taught to do them. About this, Gandhiji says, गुलाब को उपदेश देने की आवश्यकता नहीं होती, वह तो केवल अपनी खुशबू बिखेरता है, उसकी खुशबू ही उसका संदेश है. Moving on, we have Yash Rathore from TE Biomedical who is going to give a speech on the topic Gandhiji's 6 principles in life. Let's see what Yash has for us.
Namaskar. Today here we are to celebrate the birth anniversary of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Oh wait, we call him as the Mahatma Gandhi. Ever given a thought why did Rabindranath Tagore entitle him as a Mahatma? What made a student who studied law at London, practiced law at South Africa, return to India as a politician be referred as Mahatma? Perhaps the values and the principle a human being lives defines how he is remembered. And today, all the disciples of Mahatma Gandhi in the entire world enchant his name and the Gandhian philosophies all throughout. We shall today discuss the journey of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi to Mahatma Gandhi and the principles behind all. First being Ahimsa. Ahimsa Paramo Dharma was the root of Indian tradition and culture. Gandhi revived it. Yes, when there was Hussain who influenced him, there was Jainism, Srimad Rajchandra and Gautam Buddha himself. All these philosophies of Ahimsa helped Mahatma Gandhi to revolutionize the Indian freedom struggle. The second being truth. Perhaps he was the one who experimented with truth. Yes, it's not just about being true or someone who lies. It is about being true to yourself, being truthful at the same time, and being under truth. That is the ultimate truth. Why don't we create our lives in such a way to bring these philosophies? With close resemblance to Ahimsa comes the vegetarianism, with Mahatma Gandhi practiced through his entire life. Yes, he was a strict vegetarian. All these things, Brahmacari, the fourth philosophy was Brahmacari. Let me split this word. Brahma means God and Acharya means the way. So living in this God's way, where in the country where each and every woman is threatened about being raped, why don't we inculcate these philosophies in the modern India? The fifth being faith towards God and the sixth being simplicity are very basic. But until and unless we imbibe these principles in our life, how can we be so confident enough to stand against Mahatma Gandhi and tell him that whatever country that he gave us, we are running it with? So giving this thought, I shall like to end my speech here. Thank you.
That was really a short but powerful speech. Before we move on, I want to share with you what the great spiritual leader Dalai Lama once said about Gandhiji. He said, "I have the greatest admiration and respect for Mahatma Gandhi. He was a great human being with deep understanding of human nature. He made every effort to encourage the full development of the positive aspects of human potential and to reduce or restrain the negative." Gandhiji truly had a worldwide recognition. Our next artist, Vedant Shirsekar from TE Biomedical, is depicting the revolutionary Salt March, also known as Dandi March, through his painting. Let us welcome Vedant. Wow, that was a lively painting done beautifully. When you want to give a tribute, there are no limitations for expressions. Before we move on, let me tell you, on this occasion of Gandhi Jayanti, at many places there is discount sale on Khadi products. Isn't that great? We can at least buy one pair of Khadi clothes, can't we? Okay, talking about Khadi, let me tell you the emphasis that Gandhiji laid on use of Khadi. हिंदी के कुछ खूबसूरत वाक्यों में खादी मेरी शान है, कर्म ही मेरी पूजा है, सच्चा मेरा कर्म है और हिंदुस्तान मेरी जान है. Holding the essence of this, next we have Anushka Mukherjee, who is going to give a short speech on the topic use of Khadi.
Once, Gandhiji said the following lines: in a gentle way, we can shake the world. And in a gentle way, he did shake the world by showing the path of independence of our dearest nation by using the fabric Khadi. Welcome everyone, this is Anushka here, and I would like to share a few words on the use of Khadi. I'd like to pay my respects and regards on this auspicious occasion of Gandhiji, and I would like to share my opinions on this beautiful fabric called Khadi. So what exactly is Khadi? Khadi is basically a fabric which has its origins in the south central part of Asia, namely in the Indian subcontinent. But is Khadi just a fabric? Is it not a way of life? It is. It is having a very important place in our social, cultural, and historic aspects of India and Indians. And one of the main reasons is our Babuji. So, how did Mahatma Gandhiji somehow integrate Khadi along with the freedom struggle? There is an interesting story behind it. In those times, basically, when in the late times of the colonial struggle, the Britishers would buy cotton, cheap cotton from India. They would make fabric in mills which were outside India. They would make foreign cloth and they would sell in India in a much higher price, thus strengthening their economy and weakening ours. India was still a slave nation under the clutches of Britishers, and that's where Gandhiji came into the game. In 1918, started a small workshop of the hand-spun and hand-woven cloth of poor people all across India. This hand-spun and hand-woven cloth is called Khadi. This occupation was used because in the 4 months of dry, rainless season, the people were left unemployed. So this occupation was a huge head start of eradicating unemployment, and also it showed a great way of self-reliance and self-government. The new idea of Atmanirbhar Bharat also has its roots from the cotton fabric Khadi. In 1934 to 35, our dear Babuji expanded these workshops in order to show self-reliance, and in 42 to 43 he had huge sessions for this hand-woven cloth. Now, after this interesting history, can we just say it's just a fabric? We cannot. Khadi is not just a fabric which is hand-woven and made by the poor people. Khadi and the spinning wheel is so much so important that the initial model of our Indian flag was supposed to have a charkha instead of the Ashok Chakra. This Khadi was not just for the poor people. The Khadi was there to eradicate unemployment, to eradicate differences between the rich and the poor, the employed, and the unemployed. Mahatma Gandhiji strongly believed that Khadi could change the nation, Khadi could change the future of our nation. Our Babuji strongly believed in strengthening our own economy in order to change or in order to win a battle against the Britishers. And one of the best ways was to use our own cloth, make our own cloth, being self-reliant in each and every aspect. So what is the future of Khadi now? The government has issued small little monetary interests for the people and people who are making Khadi. But is it just enough? Is the government just enough? Is the government providing monetary interests just enough for the future of our nation, for the future of self-reliance? Nowadays, the idea of Atmanirbhar Bharat sounds very good. But what will happen to the Bharat if it does not use its own cloth? If it forgets its own dear Khadi? Nothing. So, on the occasion, I, as an individual of India, would like to encourage everybody to buy little products of Khadi so as to encourage the people who are into this business. Remember, it's a small business, but it's a self-reliant business. It's an Atmanirbhar business of our Bharat, which reminds us of our freedom struggle and the chains that we broke from each time we buy a new fabric. Thank you so much.
That was really a preeminent speech. Next, we have a very famous song composed by Sri Swananda Kirkire. This song had bagged many awards. To present this, once again we have Shubham Soman and Girish Prabhaya, who will be playing guitar and tabla respectively. Along with them, we have Krutika More, who is fond of music and will be the voice for the song Bande Mein Tha Dam, Vande Matram. Let us welcome this trio.
माटी पुकारे तुझे देश पुकारे आजा रे अब आजा रे भूले हम राही हमें राह दिखा रे आजा रे राह दिखा रे ऐनक पहनी लाठी पकड़ी चलते थे वो शान से जालिम कांपे थर 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 सुनकर उनका नाम रे कद था उनका छोटा सा और सर पर उनकी चाल रे दुबले से पतले से थे वो चलते सीना तान रे वंदे मातरम 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 वंदे मातरम
That was really a harmonious delivery. Our next speaker loves to participate in debates, youth parliaments, and MUN conferences. She is currently author of an upcoming anthology, and she believes that no matter who you are, no matter what you did in your past, no matter from where you come, one can always change to become a better version. By this, I just recollected a quote by Gandhiji. A small body of determined spirit, fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission, can alter the course of history. With this, let us welcome Priyanka Kulkarni from SEEXTC, who is going to deliver a speech on Vocal for Local, a very promising topic for upcoming future.
In one of his speeches for the Swadeshi movement, Mahatma Gandhi did make a very important statement. He said that Swadeshi is an eternal principle whose neglect has brought untold grief to mankind. And this one statement has revolutionized the meaning of the scenario of organization of Indian industries. Hello everyone, myself Priyanka Kulkarni from SEEXTCA. And today, on this pious occasion of Gandhi Jayanti, I would like to make you all aware about the terminology known as vocal for local, which is discussed a lot these days. First of all, I would like to pay my respects to our Bapuji, our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhiji. Let us now focus on two words said by Gandhiji in his statement, that is, untold grief and neglect. For years, people are used to buy imported clothes, accessories, mobile phones and what-not just because they are affordable to them. In this game of affordability and large-scale availability, people lost their focus on the term Swadeshi, that is something which is made and manufactured in their own soil, and this is the neglect. In 2018, 40% of the overall trade deficit of our country was allotted to China for importing goods, which amounts to almost $63 billion. And now let us recollect about the Mangalyaan mission of our own country. It costed around $74 million, which amounts to $0.074 billion. Now, a country of us which can make a Mangalyaan mission in 1,000 times less amount of the trade deficit which is allotted to China, we should really reconsider our opinion regarding the potential of our country to make goods in our own soil. Back then, when Swadeshi movement began in India, what Gandhiji observed is that Indian weavers began losing their jobs because of coming up of British cotton mills. And people started preferring the cloth which was manufactured by those mills. Why this happened is because the British cotton mills manufactured cloth which was cheap and affordable to people. After realizing this, Gandhiji gave a call to discard everything which was manufactured by the foreign agencies and encouraged people to wear Khadi. When the Association of Indian Weavers started slowly coming up in India, the rates of Khadi got really revised and affordable for everyone. And people got really encouraged to use Khadi and manufacture it by themselves. And this was one of the first successful calls for vocal for local, and it was given by Mahatma Gandhiji. Then this call for vocal for local became a bit dormant in our nation. But when on 12th of May, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji said that India has to become an Atmanirbhar Bharat, that time the call for vocal for local, the vibes of this particular terminology got more strengthened in our country. This does imply that being vocal for local is a key to better employment, using minimal available resources to procure maximum output, less dependency on imports, relying more on local manufactured products, increase in human resource development, betterment in educational prospects, proliferation of efforts to preserve and propagate Indian art and culture, and becoming a strong nation and having a strong global outreach. Let us remember one thing, that when the pandemic got announced, there was no single company in India which manufactured PPE kits. We had to depend on USA and China for them. But within 2 to 3 months, there were 600 companies who had started manufacturing PPE kits at a very large extent. And by now, 4.5 lakh kits are manufactured daily in our country. Ain't it a success for us? We are observing nowadays that a lot of foreign companies, MNCs have started investing in India. Even Indian startups are rapidly growing, and the scheme of Make in India is really helping them a lot. And I believe that the day is not far that our country would be a self-reliant nation. So let us be vocal for local. Be Indian, buy Indian. Let us make our country Atmanirbhar Bharat. Thank you everyone.
That was really an informative speech. Before we jump into our next presentation, let me ask you, what is the aim of art? Aristotle says the aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward appearance. Rightly said, art should evoke emotions. Our next artwork by Bhupesh sir will really make you feel those emotions of patriotism. Let's welcome Bhupesh sir. That was so professional artwork. Now we are near the end of concluding this magnificent tribute. Last but not the least, we have a well-known bhajan, Vaishnava Janatu, rendered in Sabarmati Ashram during the lifetime of Gandhiji. This devotional hymn was written in 15th century by the poet Narsi Mehta in Gujarati language. To present this, we have Sahil Moithankar, who has been practicing tabla for the past 8 years and has taught in Swaranand Sangeet Vidyalay. Ketki Kiraskar, who is learning Hindustani classical music and has qualified Visharad Pratham. Chitral Patil, who is a multi-talented Hindustani classical vocalist and had led the winning team in SIH 2020. Along with them, once again we have Pravina, Shubham and Saurabh. Let us hear this beautiful composition. That was really euphonious. After so many alluring performances, are you feeling charged up? If you just said yes, hit the like button as it will encourage all the rising stars to give more such dynamic performances in near future. Also, share this video with all your acquaintances so that they can also experience this positive flow of energy and feel ebullient. We all know a very popular quote by Gandhiji. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. We, the youth of the nation, hold the responsibility for accelerating the progress and development. This period had thrown many challenges, but we all are trying to rise stronger than before. It had also given many opportunities. We just need to dive in and grasp them. All the eternal leaders who had given a tough fight must be our source of inspiration to keep on trying with endless efforts and rest only after achieving our goal. Let us take charge of our actions and start working towards becoming a better version of ourselves. Before concluding, I would sincerely like to thank all the higher authorities, all the staff members and the students for giving so much of support. I would like to thank all the artists who came together for making this tribute as best as possible, and the organizers for giving me this golden opportunity of comparing. Finally, I would like to extend my thanks to all the viewers who spared time from the busy schedule and joined us today. It really made our efforts fruitful. On this occasion, let us take the pledge to follow the trail that Mahatma Gandhiji left for us and bring glory to our nation. With this, I conclude today's event organized by Vidyalankar Institute of Technology's Department of First Year Engineering. Once again, thank you all for joining today and making this an exemplary event. With this, I, Ishita Tambat, is signing off. Stay safe, stay healthy. Jai Hind.